Yo, baby. What's going on? My name is Chris Johnson. And I woke up today and I did what I usually do. Flipped on my phone. I don't have like an obsession with my phone, but I use it a lot. You know, I like to check my email. I like to check the podcast. I like to check the old Facebook. I like to check the news, see what the fuck is going on. So usually in the morning I flip the phone on and just kind of look through shit. So I was looking through Facebook today, and somebody I work with, Mrs. Dash, apparently she wanted a date recently. So she posts about her date. And I'm reading it. And I'm thinking to myself, God damn. If I need fucking more solid proof that my ass is going to be alone for a very long time, this fucking post just solidified that. So I look at it, and it's like, you know, probably the best date a guy's ever planned for me. And I'm like, ooh, what the fuck's going on here? I'm going to read a little further. What's Mrs. Dash up to? And then I read it like, rock climbing, walk by the river, followed by dinner at some restaurant. Now, to be clear, Mrs. Dash listens. I'm not making fun of you, Mrs. Dash. Congratulations. I'm glad you're fucking happy, and I'm glad whoever this fucking mystery man is, this international man of mystery, I'm glad he's playing the right fucking notes with you. But here's the problem from my perspective, and it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. I'm not fucking planning that shit out. I'm never fucking planning that shit out. So you look at this guy that you're dating planning all this shit out. Like he fucking sat around, he looked at you and he thought, man, she's attractive. I'm probably going to ask her out. That's one thing I wouldn't fucking do. I'm not going to ask anybody out. There's number one. Number two, he thought, son of a bitch, if I'm going to fucking ask her out, I got to fucking make an impact. I'm not looking to make any kind of an impact. Number three, he starts planning shit. Like, we're going to go fucking rock climbing. I'm not going fucking rock climbing. You could fucking pay me to go fucking rock climbing. I probably wouldn't go fucking rock climbing. Let's say I get that far. Let's say I get to that point. Let's say I approach somebody, which I won't. Let's say that I ask somebody out, which I wouldn't. Let's say that she says yes, which is ridiculous. Let's say I leap all those hurdles. And then I get to a point where there's a fucking date coming up and I have to plan something out. I don't fucking have any ideas. I fucking did a podcast about that before. The last girl I dated always wanted to do all this shit. I never had any ideas. And I don't have any ideas because I'm not willing to do things. I'm willing to do things. I like to do things. If shit's going down and you tell me about it, there's a good chance I might show up, depending on who you are, what it is. You know, I'm not going to go through the fucking laundry list of crazy fucking qualifications in my head that will make me go out. But what I'm saying is I do things. But in terms of a date, I got no fucking ideas. Because I think that shit is stupid. I personally think that shit is stupid. I think the notion of having somebody go out with you and then planning out some crazy fucking day that I would never fucking do under normal circumstances just to prove to somebody that I give a shit about them, that's not me and I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, I would never think, oh, I bet you this bitch is going to like rock climbing. I bet you she's going to want to go on a fucking walk by the river, and then I'm going to take her out at this fucking fancy restaurant. I can't get into that fucking headspace. I can't get into the fucking headspace to do those things. I can't get into the headspace to think about doing those things. I just can't do it. Because here's the thing. Rock climbing sounds interesting, I guess. I've never fucking thought, like, there's a rock, I want to fucking climb it. I've never climbed anything. I don't climb fucking trees. I don't even like to climb fucking stairs. I just have to do it to get to the next floor. You know what I'm saying? I never saw a mountain and thought I want to fucking climb up on that. And is there like a wall around? Like, where are you rock climbing? Are there places where you can rock climb? Don't tell me if there is. I don't give a shit, but I'm just thinking out loud here. If the last girl I dated, if she was like, hey, Chris, you want to go rock climbing? I'd probably fucking do it. But I'm not going to think like I want to go rock climbing. If I'm going to do something unique with somebody, I want it to be with somebody that I give a shit about, not somebody that I might just be like trying out. That's my problem with dating. You're just trying something out. And I'm not going to like go all out just to try something out. I guess I just want to enjoy something with somebody that I already know and like. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're new, if I just meet somebody on the street and they're like, hey, do you want to do this? The fuck no, I don't know how to do anything. I don't know who the fuck you are. And I'm not going to do something weird to get to know somebody. I think that's fucked. But I know that's kind of what dating is, which means I'm fucked. Like, Mrs. Dash is doing well, but I'm looking at that and I'm thinking like, you know, Mrs. Dash seems normal enough. Is this what normal people want? I can't do that. I don't know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, you can do that, Well, I mean, I guess you're right. I guess physically I can do it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I am not going to fucking do that. I'm not going to approach a stranger and say, hey, you want to climb that fucking rock? I'm just not doing it. I guess what I'm saying is, in a roundabout fashion, that I am not interested in dating anybody or doing any of the things necessary to date. I don't like the people that I know. I don't really want to, like, get too close with people I don't. You know what I mean? So, my single life probably not ending anytime soon. It's good news for the cats. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnsonHateYou. Give me your dating advice if you want. I most likely won't listen to it, but you can give it to me. You can catch new episodes every Sunday, every Wednesday. I am on Podbean. I am on, Apple Podcast, right? I'm getting better and better at saying that. I used to slip up and say iTunes all the fucking time. Google Play as well. And hey, will you go out with me? Haha, just kidding. That's a term you're never going to hear.